Yeah, I do. Thanks, dear. Hello. Okay, let's get going here. Wow. Okay, there is a lot happening right now, besides what's happening here in Canada, but let's just look at some of the astrology for it. Oh my goodness. Look at this hair. Like, okay, yes, I know. I need a haircut. I know. Ah, just book it and get it done, Mary. Don't need this on. Oh, there we go. Take that off. Let's see. Let's see what's in the lipstick bag today. Not much has changed in the lipstick bag, actually. Just need to get some new lipstick. So, welcome everybody. Let's see. This is a pretty color. I didn't know where to look. Do I look on YouTube or do I look on Instagram? Where do I look? Where do I look? That's not bad. Not as bright as I like. Just saying, it's not as bright as I like. My hair is messy because it looks like I just got out of bed. It's a combination of gray hair and my regular hair. I guess my gray hair is my regular hair now, but a combination, and it's really coarse. My hair is going a little bit coarser. It's not as soft, which I find very interesting. And then all of a sudden I get gray hairs that decide to be curly. And then this great bing. So it goes out all over the place. So let's just scrunch it up, see if things are going. You know, my mother said the way your hair is the way your mind is. So there you go, people. That's the way my mind is. So so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hello, Charlene. Yes, it is one of those days. The astrology looks really good today. I do have to say. Um, I find that the planets are kicking into gear. So things are really moving. We have Mars almost out of shadow. We have Venus is going to be heading into Pisces, out of Pisces into Aries. We're just coming off of this new moon where the moon is exalted. It's going to pass over Uranus. We have till May 4th. May the force be with you. Pluto will be going retrograde. And Pluto's kind of the glue that holds things together. So I feel like it's also too that Pluto in Aquarius can be it can be very harsh, where it's a feeling of I can't do something or it's just too much, and really getting you to kick off, to really to do it. It's like that pushing you out of the house. So if you never leave your house and say you just do whatever inside your house and you're just inside your house, here's Pluto saying, no, you got to get outside of the house. But you feel comfortable. And that comfort that you are feeling is basically um it's holding you back. It's that thing in your life that's holding you back from you not stepping out to do the things that you need to do. And sometimes that's a hard one. That's because we get comfortable in our routines. We get comfortable in what we're doing. And to throw a sledge into something, to throw something in there that makes you uncomfortable is difficult, and you don't want to do it. And so this is about going for it. So this is about deeper reflections. This week I am starting the journaling creative journey, and I just finished the booklet. I I'm quite proud of myself about this booklet. I just have to say, I finished it off yesterday, and it's 40 some pages, and it's a PDF. Yeah, yeah, I'll give myself kudos for that. Yay! Celebration, celebration. Yay! Celebration, celebration. So celebrating that of that, and it'll be going out probably later on today, tomorrow, to all of the people who are registered for this. And yeah, it's just one of those things about stepping forward and doing it. And I feel like today for me, this energy is really, whew, I just want to get going. And my should I order more ink? Probably. Um, you could print it off in black and white. I mean, that would be fine. Um, it's basically, yeah, you could print it off in black and white if you want. Uh, the energies, I feel like for me, I feel like it's all over the place. Like I feel like I'm like, oh, I got to go here and I got to go there. It's kind of unsettling, yet exciting, yet overwhelming in many circumstances. And it's where I really have to say, no, I'm focusing on this now. No, I'm doing this now. It's like really putting the steps down and saying, this is what I'm doing. In my mind, it's like, okay, this, yeah, I'm doing this, but over here, I got all of this chatter that's happening that's saying, no, you got, what about this? Blah, 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 blah. So all of this chatter that's over here, it's trying to sort of throw you off of your course. So it's really about saying, keeping yourself centered with everything, keeping yourself focused in the direction of where you want to go and what you want to do, and allowing for the newness to come in, that those new ideas, or stepping forward into something that you're afraid of doing. You're afraid of doing that. And this is really getting you to look at things harder. This is deep reflection and really allowing yourself to be guided by spirit. This is the divine coming in and saying, hand it over, right? This is a surrender for the divine to take over everything. Now, that's a scary thing. So much in our world, we are told, like, you want to manifest something, you got to just get out there and just do it, and then it'll manifest, right? And in one instance, yes, you got to, you can't just Facebook sit there and just sort of think that, oh, everything's just going to come together for me, right? This is where you have to look at how you would like to move forward, and allowing for those plans to go forward, like allowing for you to do those steps, but not pushing it every step of the way. A lot of like manifestors, or the manifestor teachers, were very much wanting to push ahead, pursue, go out there, go get it, make those cold calls, do all of that. And I feel some of that, yes, definitely, it's a thing. It's definitely yes, but it's also where you have to allow for guidance to come in. You have to allow for the divine to come in, and the universe to open up, because you might get so blinded and you might end up becoming that self sabotage, in it. And this is where it's today's theme is surrender. Uh in Europe, I don't know if anybody's heard, but all the power's gone out, especially in Spain and Portugal. The metro stopped. There's no power at all, and that was about an hour ago. This has all happened. Right down to people's cards aren't working. There's lineups to the ATM for people to get cash out. The whole grid is down. All of Spain, the whole grid is down, and in parts of France and other European countries as well. So when I see something like this, first, I mean, especially for the whole grid to go down, there's an emergency meeting with the government right now on trying to figure this all out, on why the grid went down. And it is showing you how vulnerable we all are, right? We are so vulnerable. Without electricity, could you survive? Right? And for a lot of people, it's like, oh, well, yeah, okay, well, go through the list of everything that you use that's electronic, right? And this is where, people in right now in Spain are just basically, and Portugal and parts of France and other areas that are just freaking out, especially if you don't have cell phone service. So some of the cell phone towers are going down. And that the other day when I was speaking about T-Mobile in the United States is picking up and coming together with Starlink. And one of the reasons they're coming together with Starlink is because when it comes to a lot of the cell phone towers, they're owned by China. And if they decide to take down a cell phone tower or take down something of the grid, this is huge. This is huge. So this is like really looking at our own selves and how we're all set up. Are you set up? Are you ready? I know sometimes when I look around, I'm like, I'm totally not ready. I would just sort of wait it out kind of thing. But the panic is there. The panic is there. And that just happened about an hour ago. So that's interesting to see that that's happening. Plus, what else is going on today? Of course, the election. And so much is, I mean, the whole news, of course, the news is going to be all out there. Polls close at 7:30. The election will be basically, the election is called by Ontario and Quebec in the East. So, um, and that's just the way it works. But it, our election will be done by 3:30 this afternoon, our time, I'd say. Looking at Eastern time, or even 4:30, yeah, maybe 4:30 or so, the election will be basically done. And um it'll be interesting. And I all I'm going to say for people is like to accept what it is, no matter what the outcome is. You did what you did, vote it or not vote it, whatever. It is accepting the outcome the way it needs to go. And that's part of this theme today of surrender. Same with the people in Europe right now. It's like to surrender. Okay, all the power went out. Some people are just, freaking out and, of course, panic. The only thing that I would be really worried about, yeah, in Ontario, they're 2 hours ahead. In Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and that they're 3 hours ahead. So this is where you really have to just allow. The only thing I'd be worried about right now, and to make sure, I know the hospitals would have backup generators and everything else. That would be my main concern, is the people in the hospitals and making sure that everybody in the hospital are okay. That would be my main thing. You know, little old me is going to be okay. I'll survive this. And whatever the outcome, and even here with the election, whatever the outcome is, it is. And some people will be freaking out. Some people may not be freaking out. But that's what I say. You got to just accept it to way it needs to go. And even who you hope is in there is, whoever you hope is in there, right? Doesn't mean that they're going to be the perfect choice to be in there either. So again, it's a surrender. And this big X moment. This is the transformation and changes that are setting off and coming into a new world, a new way of functioning. But at the end of the day, is this really going to change the way that you do things? Is it going to change the way that you pray? Is it going to change the way that you have a spiritual life? Is it going to change that? And I think that's really where people have to look at. Is it going to change your practices and how you practice? Which is a very interesting thing. Uh, Now, where did I hear it? And I don't have the full information on it, but it was an astrologer who predicted something, and he's under fire right now. Which is we're part of that alignment with astrology, where astrologers get thrown in the gulag. where people who do speak out get thrown into jail. Look at England. Or you're being censored in some way, or uh where you're being shadow banned. I know all my accounts are shadow banned. They've been shadow banned for a number of years. And where I've had things they've pulled things down, or I've lost my Facebook, I've lost different things like that. And at the end of the day, I'm still here, right? So putting one foot in step of the other. So this is where it's like the surrender and allowing yourself for the divine to take care of everything. If you're a control freak, this is where you'll this energy that's coming in with Pluto, we got to wait till he goes retrograde. If you're a total control freak that you have to control everything and it has to be this way, and you panic over things and you have huge anxiety, this is where you're going to have to learn to take a step back. This is where you're going to have to really go deep inside yourself and just let it go. My husband's arguing with his sister right now about the politics, which to me it's just like, it's not, it's not worth it, baby. It's just not worth it. Yes, the sun will rise again tomorrow. Hopefully, unless Britain has a thing to do with it, because they're trying to block that out. Uh, it'll still rise. We just may not see it. So take some deeper reflections on how you feel about things. Mateus, can you close the door, please? Mateus is homesick today, too. This is where it's taking a different route, taking a different route to do something. If you fill up, if you go to a certain cafe every morning, go to a different cafe. Try something different. Try something new in your routine. Spice things up. That's going to be an important thing in the coming days, because it's going to help you to take sort of where this edge is on. Aquarius is edgy. It's really edgy, and it'll push you to crazy extremes that you don't want to do. And we're moving into new light, and that's fearful for a lot of people as well. So, yeah. Crazy, crazy times we live in. It's exciting. It is exciting. That's for sure. Let's see what the cards. So the new moon readings went out this weekend. So everybody should have received their new moon reading. Just check your inbox. Make sure it's working. Unknown caller. There we go. There we go. There. Shuffling these up. Shuffling these up. There we go. There we go. Now, bringing forth the energies of the day, the week, the astrology, all into here. Asking for the divine guidance. Show us, guide us. Ooh, Page of Pentacles reversed. So it might not be going exactly the way, the nuances that we really want. So there could be some kind of blocks there that we're not moving directly into the direction that we think or we would like to move into. The page, when it's reversed, there's a block there. Something's blocking the direction, something's blocking from going forward. So this is where you might find that things have been too much or overexposed, and what can you shift or release? So there's got to be a releasement. So this is also, it's like, this is what I want, and I want to keep this. So an overindulgence in something, a blockage in something, and you got to release it. You got to let it go. So if you're hanging on to something, really tightly, you got to let it go. You got to put it up and give it up to the Holy Spirit and ask for inner peace and a miracle. Because otherwise you're just going to get in trouble, because there are something new that is growing, but there's also new opportunities that are coming in. So people are looking at the old way. This is the Seven of Pentacles. What has always been working? This is great. This is, we've always done it this way. And we've always had things go the way that we want it to go. But something new is coming in. It's a pause along our journey. This is for us to really look at and contemplate our vision. Really look at, this is really to take some time today and over the next several days. What is the direction you really want to take? What are those newnesses that you want to step into and try? And what's holding you back? We just had the Hudson Bay. I mean, the Hudson Bay, 355 years, it's gone. It's gone. I mean, this is where we're in the final maybe weeks or months or whatever with the liquidations. Nobody's coming in to save it. Nobody's coming in. It is done. There's a part of history that is closed, right? So so when you look at the world, like big anchor stores, they're not a thing anymore. Going to the mall, hanging out with the mall is not really a thing anymore. I wrote up on my Facebook yesterday, it's called it a wowza, where the Gen Zs are discovering a new cafe for getting their coffee, and that's their house, to make coffee in their house. It's like, whoa, it's so much cheaper. Whoa, I could buy my own coffee. Oh, I can make it the way I want to. You know, I could do this at half the price. These are the things that are, awakening. People are looking at things in a new way. And it is allowing ourselves to say, okay, this may not be the exact way I want it to go. This may not be really what I envisioned, but I got to take a step back and I have to learn more. And there's possibly a shift, your priorities that are unacceptable, things that are no longer the way that you would like them to be. And it's like, I need to shift. I need to turn into a new way. And I may not like it. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way this is going. And it's showing us that we have to have a spiritual truth. And the spiritual truth is to trust in a higher power. Trust that there is a higher power that's leading us. If you see all darkness, if you think everything is all evil, and bless it, give it up. You don't like the government, you don't like that person, bless them. Bless them, pray for them, give them up to the Holy Spirit, ask for inner peace and a miracle. And through that, that's going to give you some wisdom. That's going to allow you to go into a new direction. You're going to find the passion. You're going to find you have that wisdom. You have the wisdom inside you. It is there. We know it's there. But we get caught up in old ways. We get caught up in the way we think it should be. And it's, things change. I sent out a post about the measles and how we reacted to the measles. Now, I'm not putting the measles down. The measles, I mean, especially, if measles can be horrific and they can be deadly. Yes, they can cause a lot of injuries within somebody. I'm not going to bypass that. But it's the way that we treat the measles now, where it's like everything has to be disinfected and everything, like the fear of it, the fear of it. And this is like, despite this energy, the person is, there's a positiveness, there's a celebration, there's a spark, there's an adventure that is coming in, that is leading us to a new way. And looking at what you are wanting to envision for your future. In amongst the craziness, the chaos, or the grid going down. That grid going down or that obstacle coming in is getting you maybe just to say, okay, where else can I look? Maybe I have to turn around. It's like the Five of Cups. I have to turn around. There's cups there. There's food. There's sources there. But we're just having to think outside the box. Think in a new way. And become a little bit rebellious in the way that we do it, and that rebelliousness and allowing it and opening up to it. But sometimes we get very safe, very good. We don't want to do it. But, new experiences and opportunities are there for us. Pluto is the one that wants to help us and get us and push us. And we might think the edge is the end, but the edge is just the beginning. So there you go. Sending you guys out so much love. May the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all you do. Blessed be everybody, and shine your light as bright as you can. Bye-bye.